So we'll start from the scratch, sir. What is spirituality, sir?
See, understanding what is Atma, knowing how the nature works. Our Vedic books, especially the Vedantas, have given a lot of literature regarding that. And we are attached to that soul by something called as silver cord. Silver cord is a connection between the soul and this body, which comes through the umbilical level. I started reading the Bhagavad Gita. When in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna tells, I am that, I am taller than mountain, blah blah, so many things. It hurt my ego. Bloody hell, you are a god and you are praising yourself.
Friends, sir, what is the difference between spirituality and religion?
Einstein has told God exists. Very genius brain.
Yes.
Mankind has seen. Stephen Hawking has told God doesn't exist. Who is correct now?
It's getting very deep, sir. So, okay. I'm a spiritual person, but not a religious person. But what is spirituality actually? ನನಗೂ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ತುಂಬ ದಿನದಿಂದ ಕಾಡ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ನಾನು ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುಯಾಲಿಟಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತುಂಬ ದಿನದಿಂದ ಅನ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುಯಾಲಿಟಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ENT ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನ HOD ಆದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ಸರ್ನ ಭೇಟಿಯಾದೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ನಾನು ಈ ಪಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಜನ ತುಂಬ ವಿಚಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುಯಾಲಿಟಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ತಕ್ಕಂತ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದೇನೆಂದರೆ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುಯಾಲಿಟಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಲಿಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಅಂತ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅದೇ ಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುಯಾಲಿಟಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ಈ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ತುಂಬ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಇರೋ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾನ್ ವೆರಿ ಡೀಪ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುಯಾಲಿಟಿ. ನಾನು ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅ ಬಿಗಿನರ್ ತುಂಬ ಕಲಿಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಟ್ಟೆ, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಡೀಪಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೋ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಜರ್ನಿ ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ನೀವು ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಹಾಯ್ ಹಲೋ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಅರುಣ್ ಬಸವರಾಜ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಪಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. Dr. Manjunath sir, how are you, sir?
Fine, man.
First of all, welcome to the show, sir. And it's a pleasure to have you in the show. So today we are, as you said, we are going to talk about spirituality, sir. And as per I am concerned, I know nothing about spirituality. So ನಮ್ಮ ವ್ಯೂವರ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದು ಹೊಸದು ಅಂತ ನಂಗೆ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸ್ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಚ್ ಸರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುಯಾಲಿಟಿ ಸರ್?
See, spirituality, it's in the simplest possible term. It's a journey to the understanding the spirit. In Hindu philosophy, we call it as a Atma. Atma Gnana Prananena. See, understanding what is Atma, knowing how the nature works. This is the spirituality.
ಸೊ ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಪರ್ಸೀವ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುಯಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಸರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುಯಾಲಿಟಿ ಸರ್?
See, even when the quest was going on to know what is spirituality in me, even I traveled up to the mountains. People perceive, every individual person perceive it in a different way. When we see the literature, until some level, everybody has the same idea. After that level, what happens, I don't know, the theory differs. Understanding the Atma Gnana. Our Vedic books, especially the Vedantas, have given a lot of literature regarding that. Lot of literature is there. But again, when we interpret, I have seen every individual interprets it in a different way. Whether the experiences are different, whether it is the perception is different, we don't know. I cannot comment upon other people's perception. But definitely I can tell what the way we are perceived or I have perceived.
So how is it, sir? How did you perceive?
See, being a surgeon is to see the patients, people. So, when the person dies, okay, what make him a living and what make him a death? This question comes, what is death? For every medico, I think any medical student, it comes into this
We
brain.
have thought it as a brain death.
Brain
That's
death.
what we know, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. When the life comes in the human being, he does so many things, so many activities. But the same person when he's dead, we cut it in the anatomical lab. So slowly I started realizing, reading the books, then it is the mind, body, and soul. There are three different components are there. What we are sitting here and what we are talking is nothing but the body. When we are alive, okay, it is a soul which enters the body. And other, we are thinking, now we are doing the podcast. That is the mind. Okay, all these three things are different entity. The first step is that we should realize that body, mind, and soul. There are three different entities. In this, from the body, having this body, using the mind, and to go towards the what, understand what is the soul, is the journey. And that journey is spirituality.
So when you said it is body, mind and soul, I was going through one of Sadhguru's videos, sir. He mentions there, I'm not my body and not even my mind. So I'm something else. I'm something different from that.
I am Soham. I am the Shiva. That is our final stage of spirituality. See, in Sadhguru, when he talks about that, I am not the body, I am not even the mind. See, I am sitting here. This is the body. I am speaking. I am thinking. This is the mind. When we read the Aurobindo Ashrama's books from that, or our Vedanta, it is a separate entity. When the person goes to up that level, he starts realizing, this is the mind. I am not the mind. It is a perception. Where we get this idea, basically, when I was a medical student, I used to read the Shiv Khera's book. He used to tell, when we sleep, our soul separates the body, roams all around, and comes back. And we are attached to that soul by something called as silver cord. Silver cord is a connection between the soul and this body, which comes through the umbilical level. And that I got, okay, some patients who were near the dying bed, they also used to tell regarding this. Many people have written about this.
About the silver cord.
Yeah, silver cord.
Yeah.
The mind is something, but to separate ourselves from mind, it's a experience. You may be thinking, every day I am going to the college, I am working hard and blah, blah, so many things. But that is a mind, and believe me, the mind is not the soul. Soul is separate, something separate. Okay? So the concept, I am not the sinner came. You are not the sinner. That is the reason that concept came. Because it's the act of a mind. It's not an act of your soul.
It's getting very deep, sir.
Okay.
Oh, okay, sir. So, how did you start your spiritual journey, sir? Where did it start from?
So spiritual journey for me is like my father, I am very extremes. He took me in the high school days to one of the, in India there is a tradition called as Navanatha tradition. Navanaths. He took me to one of his guru and initiated me in the mantra. At that time, in high school days. I did that for 1 year. Later, I started reading the Bhagavad Gita. When in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna tells, I am that, I am taller than mountain, blah, blah, so many things. It hurt my ego. Bloody hell, you are a god and you are praising yourself. So, this is not correct. So, I stopped praying and everything during my medical day. Literally, it was not so much. Otherwise, I comes from very orthodox family. Otherwise, from inside, it was not like that. Every time I used to cut the anatomy, I used to do the dissection. At that time, I started realizing nothing is there. Everything is everything is a man created, God is a man created. But later, when I was in Mangalore, there was my senior. He is an oncosurgeon at present he is located in the I don't know a story I should tell or not. He was, just to check, he was reading something Theravada Vedas by Suzuki Oshomoto. Immediately he started realizing his past life. It came in a picture to him. Then next to my room was the doctor. He is from the Nimans. Whether it is a psychiatric problem, analysis he did. Because 3 days he operated straight day and night. So many cases. So as that has created the illusion of that kind of thoughts or hallucination of that kind of thoughts. See, I was shocked by my senior's experience. At that time, those people who used to be there surrounding me in the Mangalore, they all are very brilliant and genius people. They used to be the first rank holder, second rank holder in all India level, and top surgeons. They are countables in the world. Countables. That's what is very important. 100 crore population, they are countables. Then, after certain experiences, definitely they would have told after analyzing too much only. Then, when I came back to this place, Chittadurga, earlier I used to have a lot of time and I never used to waste the time. I started reading the Vedas, Vedanta, everything. Whether something I understood, sometimes I not understood anything. Then slowly I started developing the interest in this. Then I started realizing ultimate aim of a person is to know that Aham Brahmasmi, Shivo Am. Aham Brahmasmi means I am the Brahma. I created the world. Shivo Am, I am the Shiva. And to know that I am not separate from the God, what we call it as Advaita philosophy, is the journey. This Jnana of the Atma will lead to that. And every common man cannot understand, most of the common man cannot understand that journey. So, the humanity has introduced something called as religion, concept of religion. Religion is just a method to achieve the spirituality. I always tell, never be religious, be spiritual.
What is the difference, sir? What is the difference between spirituality and religion?
See, ultimate goal is spirituality. To reach spirituality, see, a person takes the path of religion. All religion ends to the ultimate knowledge of spirituality. What is spirit? How is main spirit? See, for that, the concept of God comes. Einstein has told God exists. Very genius brain.
Yes.
The mankind has seen.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking has told God doesn't exist. Who is correct now? Okay. We call it as a God. If you later stages, you will start calling it as super consciousness. We don't call it as a energy or whatever it may be. It is a consciousness. What we are having the consciousness, and all this world is created by something called as super consciousness. We added the word super for it because it created such a huge world or universe. To know its laws, how it works, the spiritual journey takes there.
So, is it that if you're following a religion, does it mean that we should follow a tradition to get into the spiritual journey, sir?
Nothing like that. Without following religion also you can be spiritual.
It's
See,
just a way of
It
getting
is a journey,
the
one of the method. One of the method. Earlier, you may wonder how come they have written the Vedas, so much of the books. See, we should be suddenly in a bulb of 80 watts. If 1,000 watts electricity goes, the bulb will burst out. So, they should sit in the mountains, hypoxic effect, and continuously they should train the brain. And so that the brain waves comes towards the lower frequency and you are awake. But there are other methods are there. Our scriptures describe, Rig Veda especially describes something called as a soma plant. It is a creeper plant. Nobody in the modern days don't know which is that plant. With certain kind of drugs, we can take the brainwaves towards the theta and still we can be awake. At that time, we can become something called as superhuman. But to understand the God, the right method is going with the meditation. Even those people who are tried with the soma plant, after a long time, the brain cannot handle, the circuits break out. The most intelligent person on the planet we have seen in our life in the previous decades is the Tesla. How does the Tesla got? Ultimately in the same meditation, He downloaded and he's read so many, he was 100 years ahead. But since lot of information was downloaded, in final years, he broke down.
Do you meditate, sir?
To be truthful, I don't meditate now. I attended so many classes every year. I've gone to different places to explore what it is, but I don't meditate now.
So you're saying that meditation is a way of getting into spirituality.
Yeah.
So
See,
that's not the only way.
Not like that. See, for body, what we do? Exercises. It is anaerobic or aerobic. Or you can tell it as a yogasana, something. Something called as for the mind, we practice something called as mindfulness. Mindfulness is the Buddhist way of being aware. Or pranayamas we do. Or some people call it as a kriyas. Okay? That is for the mind. For soul, what has been described is the meditation. For body, mind and soul. Body is exercises, for mind pranayamas, and for soul it is a meditation. This is how it has been described.
So it's a way of training our soul.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It is the way of training the soul.
So, sir, you spoke about Buddhism a little while ago. So I just wanted to ask, what is awakening, sir?
See, awakening term, when you start realizing I am not this body, not this mind. Okay? One fine day you will start realizing, one fine day you will go away from the body and you will see that, oh, this mind is also, whatever I am thinking from day to day is not me. When you realize that, awakening happens. And after that, when your brain starts perceiving that you are nothing but the God, Shivo I am the God. At that time, you will start realizing awakening. That is also called as nirvana. Nirvana concept we cannot explain to the common man. That's the reason our ancestors probably might have developed the religions. In Hindu religion, you should have a multiple conglomeration of the thoughts. Vaishnavism, Shaivism, Shaktism, Ganapatism. Okay. It is how the things have come. For, I feel, day-to-day activity, when you reach that state, your brain reaches that state of understanding, you will be always a happy person. You will be away from the miseries. This is going to happen. And you will be able to download the records, like internet. See, a decade ago, nobody used to understand what is internet and how to download it, where the information is stored. Like that way, our literature tells it is in the Akasha. Akasha means it's an element. There is one more element called as Akasha. And in that, the records are there. And that we are able to download.
Just like the internet, cloud storage.
Yeah, cloud storage. Yeah, even for that, see, we pray most of the times for Saraswati. To get that kind of knowledge, there is something called as Nilatra Saraswati. The gods which we pray or anything, they are at a very basic level. But our scriptures has many different ways which we don't talk about too much. Because knowledge can be misused. Earlier it has been misused. This kind of knowledge, they can literally misuse. See, we don't want to become Oppenheimer, who discovers a nuclear bomb and tells, I should not have discovered that. When it damages, why you want to tell about that? The humanity. There's no sense in becoming like that. If the knowledge comes, we should not, whether it's a threat to humanity or helpful for the humanity, we should think that.
It's very deep to understand, sir. So for example, as concerned as me, if I want to start a spiritual journey from scratch, sir, how can I start it?
Yeah. Spiritual journey, the books have written ahimsa, following the dharma, that is a duty. But modern day, what I feel is, what Basavanna has told is correct. Kai kave kailasa. Work is worship. You work your duty sincerely. That's enough. That's the first step. Rather than going for n number of things, ashtangas, better to practice do your duty sincerely. That itself is a kailasa, has been told. That is the first step, which can be practiced. How scriptures describe it as a karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga. Okay. But the people who has understood that in a proper way are very less. Very less. And if they are there, we don't know them. Rather than that, in the spiritual journey, first I am truthful for myself. I am working properly or not. That should be the first step. Then, after, one person should be physically aware and physically fit. Because without that, that's the foundation. Nothing is possible. Then, it's definitely one can do the pranayams, any kind of pranayamas, or the Buddhist way, mindfulness. Being mindful what you are doing. So I am talking, I should be present here, in this moment, not thinking of what is happening outside. That is the mindfulness in the simplest term. They practice this for 10-15 years. Then the meditation can be started. Meditation are also of variety of types are there. The most simplest is mantra meditations. See, what is this mantra meditation? One of the senior most professor was asking me, mantrakke mavinakayi bidutta. What does it means? For the mantra, a mango tree, if you tell the mantra, the mango will fall down. So it's not like that. We know the philosophy, Einstein's equation, E is equal to mc square. E is, for this we should understand how this universe came to existence. First, there's nothing is there. This is intellectual design. It has not happened randomly. That intellectual design started vibrating. Intellectual design appeared in like a form of Om, or we call it as a linga. That only we started calling it as a Shiva. It started, the way you can think, as per your convenience, you can think it. In that, the energy started coming. E is equal to mc square. Mass can be converted into energy, energy can be converted into mass. Mass is Shiva, energy is the Shakti. That's how the concept came. And it started vibrating. That vibrations occurred in the form of Sri Chakra. They tell in the Shaktism philosophy. Then this universe suddenly started. But ultimately it is a vibration. Nothing was existent. See, for this to understand this, we should go to a little bit to quantum physics. In quantum physics, nothing but vibration it is. We see this world in a particle format. You are sitting here, everything is stable, is existing, it's in a particle format. But ultimately it can be energy. Energy is nothing but vibration. What we call it is Adi Shakti. That's our scriptures, the way. I'm correlating with that so you people can understand our scriptures in scientific terms. That's how the world started. Scriptures. And when we started vibrations in different frequency, different layers, the world started manifesting. So, there is theory is there. When we chant certain mantras, our vibration will go to nearly match that. We tell to get the mantra siddhi, 1,25,000 repetitions should be done. It's not like 1,25,000. In that mathematical probabilities, during 1,25,000, one mantra you will have chanted with God's frequency. Whatever we talk, it's in the recorded, whatever the system is in recorded, it's in the 440 hertz. We call 432 hertz as the God's frequency. You might have heard, there's a Tansen was in the Akbar's period. We'll not go in the back, too much back, Akbar's period. When Tansen used to sing, the rain used to come. What it is? How it might happen?
Matching the God's frequency.
That frequency. Okay. Which frequency? We think it's a 432. It may be different. But nearly the philosophers have come to that number. Whenever we wish it, that frequency, things starts happening. Your vibration matches. See, this is the concept of even Bhagavad Gita also. Later I realized. It is the only scripture which has been, that mantras has been told by the Supreme Himself. Or the super consciousness. It's not by Krishna. In from Krishna, the Virata Rupa comes, that is called super consciousness. So whenever we read that, or whenever we read the Bhagavad Gita, our vibrations start matching with the Supreme. So that is the miracle of Bhagavad Gita, I think. Why our Abdul Kalam sir, everybody used to read Bhagavad Gita. Whomsoever reads that will become superhumans.
So whoever reads that match the frequency of the
Yeah, you are getting now.
Yes, it's interesting, sir. Very interesting. So, does chanting Om, does it have something to relate with the frequency of God?
See, Om is the first, when the first particle came out, or first linga, Shiva came out, or that's vibration. When we record it as, it matches, it's called as Om. Om, again, it is Akara, Ukara, Makara. Many people describe it as Akara, Ukara, Makara. What is the importance of Om? Without the movement of tongue, only 3 words can be chanted. Akara, Ukara, Makara. A-U-M. And that is only the Om. You don't require your tongue to move there. It can be just by the best sound, you can produce that sound. And when you produce that, your vibrations are matching with primordial energy, what we call it as a Shiva. Okay? Different people call it with the different names in religions. That primordial energy. And your vibration matches that. The day it matches, it's done. It's nothing but vibration. This universe is nothing but vibrations.
It's very interesting, sir. So, definitely gonna try meditating and chanting Om from today onwards, sir. And, sir, if you want to relate the spirituality into modern science or modern medicine, how would you describe it, sir?
See, this concept recently I was called in one of the Ayurvedic medical colleges to give the lecture on the Ayurvedic. See, our philosophy is the way the people understood is different. We see in the particle world. The most of the people on the planet see it as a particle world. The day we start seeing it in the terms of vibrations, Nadamaya, Lokamaya we tell. This Loka is nothing but Nada. It's nothing but vibration. You start creating the difference. A patient of a cancer patient has come. His vibes are different. If you work in a cancer hospital for a long time, you'll come to know. How come you increase your vibrations, your frequency? You should be knowing. A doctor should know that. And the moment he increases with increased frequency and he tackles with that, energy flows from the higher level to the lower level. See, our doctors, whenever the patient comes, they tell, I will cure you, I will give you the medicine. The moment they utter the word I, they are wasting their high energy, that is individual energy, individual vibrations. Patient will be benefited. In long term, doctor is gone. As per the karmic law, we cannot interfere in anybody's karma. Rather than that, when we start telling, we treat, it's a God which heals, ultimately, things will happen in good for everybody. This is how we should involve, as I believe, involve in our practice. That concept of philosophy or spirituality should be there. But the spirituality teaches us not to use our energy. It is a universal, that primordial energy. And to reach that primordial energy, if every doctor makes his vibrations up to that level, it's not easy to be on talking, very difficult. At least if we try. Next day you will see, the patient will come and tell you, our doctor hatra hodre kaiguna kotre, miss, they'll become better the moment the doctor sees us. He's the best doctor. It's not because of we are the best doctor. Every person who has passed the degree knows what treatment to give and they would have given the same treatment. But that charisma starts happening. Simple funda, how to increase the vibrations. And increase the vibrations, the simplest method is the mantras. Otherwise, even with the thought process, it can be done.
Does reading a lot of books help, sir?
See, reading books gives us the perception of the author. Reading books gives the perception of the author who has pursued it. One of the interesting things, when I met different set of people in this field, every person's perception is different. Every person's perception is, I don't want to take anybody's name and land up in a controversy, but every person's perception is different. If you ask me, it's the way I perceive is different, my friends perceive it is different. So reading books may not help.
So can we call it as different people have different vibrations according to considering some topic?
Some topic. One of the, long before, in this medical college, we had one of the students. Was a very good, sincere, but never used to pass the examinations. Then I told him, this was an experiment which is going to be done on you. Chant this Niratri Saraswati mantra, which you don't speak in the public. If these vibrations works for you, you will change. Interestingly, what happened is later he passed, he became the national level rank holder. He changed his religion from Hinduism to Islam, from Islam to Christianity, as I heard, then back to Hinduism. Okay, these vibrations can create different way. He became radiologist. I don't know whether he has completed it or not. It's nothing but vibrations. You start seeing the world in terms of vibrations, you will create the miracles. And nothing there is a God. Okay? You may not think this person is talking about spirituality. I drink alcohol, I eat non-vegetarian food, I don't live anything. Nothing to do with the physical world. People mix their whims and fancies with the spirituality. Spirituality is entered a different domain. This is a different domain. Nothing to do with that. They may help eating the vegetarian food. But it may help. I don't deny that. Thought process to control the mind. But the day you have controlled your mind, you don't require anything. You do all the whatever you want, but still you can be spiritual. The perception what we get from the scriptures when you read other books, will not get, you will not explore it in that way. Spirituality is just knowing, being aware what you are. It's not the way the majority of the population perceives. They perceive it as a God, pray, nothing. It's just a simpler terms it is. See, every person, brain thinks, when they go to the God, give me this, what I get. When they come out of this arena, they will start realizing it's a different, world is different. Nothing to do with you, what you are thinking. Mind is different, I am telling. Mind is different, this physical body is different, my soul is different. If I want, I should be able to come out of this body, see this, I am talking to you and I should be going inside.
Did you ever try that, sir?
See,
does that happen?
I cannot talk about that, but in Goa Sunburn Festival, one of my friend, one German girl came and gave the one drug. He doesn't know. So just you take this pill. He took it. Then his perception went outside the body. So many things happened. And everything after 5 minutes, he did the trip journey. It is called the trips. And he later, leading some 6 months, when he entered the body, it is just a 2 minutes or few minutes. His perception was different. This world is not the way, what I think is the way we think. The multiple aspect dimensions are there here only. One more world may be here, which we are not aware. We are not able to connect with it. This connection, knowledge we get when we talk about some of the psychiatric patients. Most probably sometimes all psychiatric patients, it is the information overload which may be occurring. Not all the psychiatric patients, organic psychiatric, okay? Organic disease may be there, I don't deny that. But when we talk in some of the psychiatric patients, they will be able to explain. In the Nimmans, they have done a study about this. Nimmans and the previous life, previous journeys and everything. That's how our subject teaches us. Doctors are most luckiest people on the planet because we come in touch with these things, day-to-day activities. Our knowledge, the way we pursue the world is entirely different after a certain time when compared to the common man.
It's very deep and I think it's very huge, sir. I mean, I can't...
See, spirituality to talk, what we know is 0.1%. We call it a science beyond science. 20 years before, when one of my senior, one medico was there near my house. He got a phone, which was like iPhone, black and white screen. His brother was in the American military. And he told, future the touch screen phone is going to come. I laughed at him. I literally laughed at him. Bloody hell, you are making me ullu. Okay. But 10 years later, touch screen phones came. Samsung first introduced in India. Okay. At that time it was a magic. Now it's happening. What we know is very less. As the time passes, one will realize what we know is very less. There is a science beyond science. And what we know is very less. How much you want to explore, you can explore. And spirituality is not religious, it's just a science. What I learned is spirituality is a science. See, if I go on in the spiritual terms, go on telling the one person, there is nothing called as papa and punya, good or bad.
So,
He will create a havoc in the society. So, this knowledge, it is as it has been told, never give it to everybody. Yeah, through podcast, you people are listening, and many people may listen. Okay, but I think now the time is coming where one should know this. We should face the truth. We should face the truth.
so know the truth and do the right things.
There is again nothing called as right and left.
Okay, it's about perception.
Perception. It is individual perception. Know the truth, and we take this. See this Shankaracharya and Buddhist philosophy, Jainism, this philosophies. This world is illusion. I am sitting here. I am talking to you. It's like a PUBG game. I am sitting here and talking to you. It's like a PUBG game. I am playing the game here. Okay, play your game and get lost. That's how the world. That is Jagat Satya and Jagat Mithya. We call it a Shankaracharya's principle. Jagat Satya, this is Satya. And another philosophy is what we live? This is Mithya. The way I see the world is full of science. I see in the terms of quantum physics. For God is also example. See, our ancestors made Lakshmi Ma. Why they made Lakshmi? Because the moment the Lakshmi is uttered in our brain, it starts thinking it as a money. So when we chant Lakshmi, Lakshmi, pray, our vibrations start matching that. So that energy is attracted. Clear? Rather than I praying the Om, creating from the null everything, what I want? Money. Like that way. So it's like that. I don't believe the way I perceive the world is entirely different. My friends perceive the different is different. My philosophers whom I met, they perceive the world is different. For me, there is nothing called as Papa Punya. Okay? But there is a universal law is there. Whatever you make, whatever you do, will come back to you.
Karma.
Karma. We call it as a karma. Karmic laws. On basis of that, we try to do which we can. जो चाहे वो करो भोगने के लिए तैयार हो भुगतने के लिए. But one recently the theory what we are coming up under this world is mithya in the PUBG game. That's
not true.
Yeah. There was one of the literature tells that in the Himalayas they create that world universe in their brain. People are there. They create the universe in their brain. They live in that universe and they come back. So universe within universe concept is also there. It's not the universe existing here, multiple dimensions, they tell 11 dimensions. Universe exiting within the universe and it is unlimited. That is also infinity. This is the concept of the world. For that, if you people are interested, I think you people might have heard about the Nilatri Saraswati mantras. If you are able to get attention, try that. Yeah, something happens to the brain, I am not responsible. With a caution.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'll try, sir. I mean, first of all, I'll start from the scratch. I'll start what you said.
First, body.
Body. I'll start training the body, then chanting mantras, meditating.
Not mantras. Next, it is the pranayamas.
Pranayama, yeah.
Pranic body. Say, pranic body is the way we breathe. Oxygen. This body is there. For pranic body, it's like in a sponge and a water. The water goes inside the sponge. You don't know whether how much water is there. Similar way, that pranic body is there inside us. On basis of this only, Siddha medicine system is there. On basis of this only, our Ayurveda is there. In Ayurveda, we give the drugs, herbs. The herbs vibrations are such that they change the vibration of the pranic body. And make your vibrations with the pranayama fit, then the meditation will start working.
Okay, so you're telling first train your body, then your mind, then go to the soul.
Yeah, it should be like that only. Directly chanting mantra, nothing will work. A majority of the people do that and they blame our mantras, our scriptures. It will not work. And mantra means not such mantras per se. It's just a thought process. What I realized is, it's not even chanting the mantra. Mantra also nothing. It's the affirmations. Positive affirmations. Whatever you want, affirmation. I want money. If you start when you train your mind and you start thinking of the money starts inflowing. You start of the health, it starts happening. Whatever you think by your thought process, it starts happening. That is nothing but mind power. Or that is the mantra, the soul power. Soul should be brought like that.
So you're trying to say believe your instincts.
Believe yourself, not instinct. Instinct is the think of a brain. That is the mind. Don't believe your mind also. Believe yourself. Self is nothing but your Atma, your soul. Believe your soul.
Okay, sir. It's very confusing. I think it takes a lot of time to understand all these things. I mean, we should dive deep into it and experience this thing.
For the beginners, what I want to tell you is, this is how I started. Whenever I used to drive, whenever I was sitting, I feel in this body, inside this body I am sitting. And I should utilize this body as the best for the mankind. I should maintain its health. And I'll be always with this awareness, with this kind of knowledge when you start working. Things starts happening automatically.
So you're saying if you want to do something, make your body do that. It's not you, I mean, you doing it, but you make your body do that.
Yeah, soul is telling the body.
Yeah, stay away from your body. I mean,
Is it not like a detachment?
yeah,
Simple.
detachment, yeah.
Yeah. And again, detachment word is also different. It has a multiple meaning. But it's like that, in simpler terms.
Yes, sir. So, sir, how does this spirituality, I mean, pursuing your own soul, knowing about your own soul, helps in medicine, sir? How can we connect it to it?
See, when you will be aware of that, whenever the patients we are training, the moment you are aware of that, your voice changes, vibration changes. Automatically, many people are dragged towards you. Because you can change the vibrations. Thus, medicine day to day, how they are, our ancestors in Siddha medicine they used to do is, they used to take the water, chant that mantra, bring that vibrations to that water, and they used to sprinkle it. This is how the tirtham and everything in the temples are done. Tirtha, we add nearly 5 contents, different contents. When you prepare the tirtha, tulsi and everything, vibration, bringing that vibrations in that water. That's because 60% of our body is a water. This is the concept they came. How we, modern day it's not practical. Rather than that, when we are positive as a treating physician or a surgeon, when we are positive inside us and when we treat, the patient gets better. Definitely. So definitely as a doctor, treating physician, whenever we go to the clinic or are treating the patients with a positive mindset, definitely it will help. So as a doctor, what I want is all the medicals to be in a positive mindset. This will happen, patient will get better.
Giving those positive vibes to the patient.
Automatically it spread, you should not give. It should automatically it will like osmosis, it will spread.
Yeah, this thing you said, energy flows from
Higher level to the lower level.
Yeah.
It happens.
So we have come to the end part of this podcast, sir. It was very interesting to talk to you about the spirituality, sir. I want to end this conversation with asking a simple question, sir. What is the purpose of spirituality, sir?
It is an inquest. Who I am? This question. As the Ramana Maharshi has told from the Arunachal, this thing, Tamil Nadu, who I am? That question comes to the brain one or the other day. This whether I am this physical body, and definitely on the going on this path of spirituality, magic starts happening in the life. We will never suffer from the pain, mental pain, agony, physical pain. We will be always a happy person. Ultimately on the planet we have taken birth to be happy.
So
We drink, we eat everything for that to be happy. Dopamine release. Same thing. That will be achieved very easily.
So you say the purpose of spirituality is ultimately it is happiness.
Yeah. Ultimately happiness will come. And the queries decreases. The questions arises in the life as the person increases in the age. All those queries decreases. Why this happened? Why I am chosen for this problem? All they will never, the person on the spiritual path will never tell all those things. He'll end of the day, he'll be happy.
Whatever I'm doing, I'm happy with that. That's what
Yeah, that will enter. That will trickle down in that person. That knowledge will trickle down.
So I really think I have learnt a lot of things today, sir. And I really hope I inculcate this into my day-to-day life, and I get through the spiritual journey of my life. And someday or the other day, I'll reach the destination you have told. I mean, I'll get the.
No, we will
happiness.
reach. I also not reached. Okay, until a point which I receive the knowledge. That is a theoretical knowledge that little bit I have. Practically, I have not reached up to that level. Definitely, every soul, the soul journey, ultimate is spirituality, ultimate self-realization, as per the books, or as per the people who has realized that has told me. You should realize that. But always I have also been running away from it. Ultimately, but blissful is a state. At least that much I feel every person on the planet should reach. Being
Happy.
blissful.
Blissful, yeah. So thank you so much, sir, for being on the show. And it was our pleasure to have you in the show, sir. And from long time ago, I wanted to know something about spirituality, and I found out many websites, many videos in YouTube and all the stuff on the online, but I never understood what it was, sir. I really think today I got some bit of information about that, and I'm very thankful for you for that, sir.
Thank you for inviting me for the show.
So,
Thank you for you and your team.
thank you so
Thank
much,
you
sir.
very much.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್. ಇದೇ ಥರ ಕೊನೆವರೆಗೂ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ರಿ. ಸೈನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್, ಅರುಣ್ ಬಸವರಾಜ್.